Here is a question about movement of heat. So we've got two designs of walls that are used in building houses. We've got wall A, and obviously this is just a single brick wall. And then we've got wall B, and this is two sets of brick wall, plus we've got some foam in between there and a shiny layer of foil. So house with wall B will lose less heat, so they're going to stay warm for longer. And we have to use ideas of conduction, convection, and radiation to explain why less heat will travel through wall B. So it's a 6-mark question, so we need to sort of explain the science in a fairly detailed way. And really, it comes down to understanding what these three terms mean. So in conduction, what we're talking about is in a solid material, the heat is going to get passed on by particle, atom to atom to atom in the wall, and those vibrations are going to get passed on from atom to atom, and that's going to pass the heat on. So in our single brick wall, we can say that there's going to be conduction through the wall because the walls are solid. Conduction occurs in a solid. We are also going to get conduction through wall B, but what we can say is because wall B is thicker, that conduction is going to be slower. We can also mention that because there's a layer of foam, foam is not a solid and conduction doesn't pass through foam very quickly. So the heat is not going to pass through this foam layer very well. You're not going to get much conduction through the foam because foam has got lots of little pockets of gas and conduction tends to occur in solids. Okay, so that leaves us with convection. So what's going on with convection? Well, you've got to understand that convection is heat that's traveling because if you've got a fluid, if you've got a gas or a liquid, if you warm up part of this liquid, then that area where the liquid is warmer or where the gas is warmer will be less dense. The particles will be moving faster and they will spread out. And so this bit of warm water will float up through the cooler water, or the warm air will float up through the cooler air, and it will carry the heat energy with it as it goes. So that only occurs if a fluid can move. And again, this bit of the wall is solid, this bit of the wall is solid. This has got some little pockets of gas in it, but they're caught in pockets, so they can't move. So we can also say that the heat doesn't convect through the foam because the gas particles can't move around each other. That leaves us with radiation, and the shiny foil is the kind of designed to stop the radiation. So radiation, if you've got a hot object, radiation is just these heat rays that shoot off in all directions, and the hotter the object is, the more heat rays will travel off it. But here we've got a layer of shiny foil, so the heat rays that are coming through here are going to get reflected back into the house. Okay, so those are the three ways that our heat can travel. And as you can see with our single brick wall, conduction will carry heat through the brick wall, and the brick wall is relatively narrow, so heat will pass through that brick wall. Whereas here, we've got a thicker wall, so the conduction's not going to occur as well, and the foam is going to stop the conduction and the convection, and we've got a layer of foil that will also stop the heat radiation.